I firmly believe that destiny and fate are powerful forces. They push you into the situations you never planned for or wanted. Something similar happened to me. Today is day 432 of Chandigarh to Australia cycling trip, and right now I am here in Assam. What happened? After facing the issue with my bicycle's chainset and crank, which made it almost impossible to climb onto the steep hills of Shillong, I was left with no choice. Heartbroken, I had to make the tough decision to descend to Guwahati, Assam to get it fixed. I consulted my friend Gulam Rasool Kawa, who is a professional cycling coach working with the Sports Authority of India, posted here in Assam. Based on his advice, I decided to come to Guwahati for repair. Last night, I stayed at an Indian Oil petrol pump. This morning, when I got up, I witnessed a breathtaking sight. The sun was rising behind the hills, painting the sky into the golden hues, while a tiny bird sitting joyfully on the electric pole. That simple moment that morning lifted my spirits. For breakfast, I had a cup of tea with fried groundnuts. After freshening up, packing my bicycle, I hit the road at 9 o'clock. Feeling refreshed after the morning bath at that petrol pump, I set off towards Sonapur, which was around 15 km away from this location. When I was riding, I found something interesting about the stalls which were selling different type of fruits and vegetables roadside. This is how the supply is being done. So supply happens in the morning and during the day they sell here. That is the process. As I resumed my ride along the highway towards the Sonapur, I passed through this signboard written. There I spotted a quaint restaurant with the pond and several ducks wading around. It was a peaceful little scene. The road ahead was straight and relatively empty. Maybe it is because of the early morning time here, or maybe throughout the day it stayed same. I had no idea at that point of a time. Along the way, I came across a shop that crafted the statues of various gods, animals, penguins, and even dinosaurs. Little ahead, I noticed a building which is perched on the top of a hill, and near the wall, in the water collected roadside, I saw the lotus flowers or water lilies as pointed by some of you after watching my previous video from Assam. There was yet another shop filled with beautiful sculpture and artistic creations, and I want to tell you that I really enjoyed seeing these intricate pieces of art. Soon I crossed a underpass. After a little bit of struggling with the traffic, I kept riding towards the destination where my friend, who is a cycling team technical coach, lives. Soon I crossed a river via a bridge and entered to the area where Gulam was already waiting by the roadside to receive me. Assalamu alaikum भाईजान.
ठीक हो?
बहुत बढ़िया.
ठीक है?
हाँ, फर्स्ट क्लास.
अच्छे से?
बहुत अच्छे से.
कैसे आ गए आप?
तुम बताओ, ठीक ठाक हो?
हाँ बस ठीक हूँ. आप सुनाओ.
खैरियत?
शुक्र है ऊपर.
हम दोनों की दाढ़ी सफेद हो गई है.
बुढ़े हो गए अब.
हाँ, उम्र होने लगी है. I know Gulam from last 20 years. He is a brother from another mother. I always call that I have two families. One is there in Chandigarh and second is there in Srinagar. His brother, his sister, my sister, his mother, my mother, his father is my father. So that is how it is. Me and Gulam, we met first time almost 20 years ago during a cycling competition there in Hyderabad. Later on, when he moved to Patiala to complete his graduation from NIS, National Institute of Sports, he used to come and stay with me there in Chandigarh. Usually he lives alone, but at the moment his family is visiting him. It is a small family with 4 members. Hello. Assalamu alaikum. जी चंडीगढ़ तो ऑस्ट्रेलिया. ठीक है. कैसे हैं आप?
उससे टूर देखा?
देखिए कहाँ के मिला आपसे. हाय छोटे उस्ताद. Out of respect for the religious traditions, I did not record any footage of my sister-in-law. Gulam had already arranged a room for me to stay after speaking to his landlord. We had an amazing lunch together. We spent quality time reminiscing about our old days since we were meeting after almost 3 years now. That day we didn't do much. We just explored some of the nearby places with his younger son, who is a bundle of pure energy.
Oh, लग जाएगी. लग जाएगी ना, इसकी लग जाएगी, बोला सीधी इससे लग जाएगी। तो फोन से कोई इफेक्ट होगा इसका?
कुछ नहीं होता।
पता नहीं किस डायरेक्शन में जाएगा, कुछ पता नहीं है इसका किस डायरेक्शन। ओए तेरी एक्सीडेंट हो गया, चल देखा, पता है मुझे, ऐसे करते हो अब देख के नहीं चलती, बिना कंट्रोल की गाड़ी है। ओए बेटा, इसका कोई पता नहीं चलता किस डायरेक्शन में जाएगा, कब जाएगा, इसलिए इसको ध्यान रखना पड़ता है। मछली कहाँ से देखा, गिर जाएगा। आप बताओ, ये इसको छोड़ सकते हैं? अगर छोड़ दूंगा ना, इसको पता नहीं है, उसी 2 सेकंड के अंदर फेल कर देगा। मजा तो इसको आ रहा है। आराम से, आराम से, तेज नहीं चलाना, आराम से चलाना है। क्या आराम से मजा आता है? इंश्योरेंस है, इंश्योरेंस है। वीडियो को लाइक करो और सब्सक्राइब भी करो।
This kid, unstoppable. He's like a tiny atom bomb, small but powerful. This one kid kept entertaining us non-stop day and night. When he is around, you cannot think of doing anything else. Yeah, okay. Very good. The bicycle repair dial ma. The next morning, we visited few cycle shops in Guwahati. After checking my bicycle, they told me that there are 3 major parts needed replacement. 1, the rear freewheel. 2, the front crankset. And 3, the chain. According to them, the approximate cost will be around 13,000 rupees. I was ready to pay and get it fixed because I really wanted to go back to Meghalaya and complete my journey through the remaining part of it. But there was a problem. The required parts were not available into the stock. So they had to be ordered from the distributor, which meant waiting for almost 1 week or so. Since I had a time, I decided to stay with Gulam and wait for the parts to arrive. Time for an upgrade. As I told you that Gulam is the technical coach of cycling team here, when Gulam had a look on my bicycle, he quickly pointed out some major issues with that. These are the kind of issues which needs immediate attention. 1, ineffective brakes. So the disc brake of my bicycles were not functioning properly, making steep descents very risky. I really need to get them upgraded. Upgrading them would cost a few thousand rupees. His finding number 2 was small wheel size. So my bicycle has a 26-inch wheel, and according to Gulam, they are too small for a long distance touring like me. He recommended it to upgrading it to minimum 29 inches wheel size for the better efficiency and control. So considering these 2 factors, we decided it was the time for an upgrade. So together we made a plan, and the plan was to work, earn and upgrade. So after discussing various options, we came up with a solid plan. So I would leave my bicycle with Gulam at the college where he works as a coach. I would work for a few days to earn enough money for a new bicycle, and once I had the funds, I would buy an upgraded bike and resume my journey. The journey back to Delhi. So with this plan, I quickly booked a Tatkal ticket. Next day, I boarded the train from Ma Kamakhya Devi station. After a 24 to 28 hours of journey, I arrived in Delhi, and taking a bus from the Kashmiri gate, I reached Chandigarh. So from that day onwards, to fund my new bicycle, I spoke to the company for which I work as a freelancer, and after a wait of few days, finally I got a work for a month to save up money before restarting my ride. So when I was staying there and working, I called up my friend Nishant Mehta, who runs a bicycle store named Ignite Sports there in Hisar. So remember when I met with an accident while coming down from Kodaikanal to Palini because of the brake failure. At that time, after watching that video, he called me up and he gave me an offer saying, this is the high time to upgrade your bicycle, and whenever you want to upgrade, I will help you. So I called him up, and as promised, he agreed to provide me a new bicycle on an easy payment plan. So 50% upfront payment I have to make, and remaining 50% I can pay in few EMIs. So with this plan in mind, I am working here, sitting on my chair. I start my day around 8:30 in the morning until 7 or 7:30. I work throughout the day and then I edit my videos also. But the journey that doesn't stop here. It is just the beginning of a new chapter with a better bicycle. This is a temporary halt, but not the end. So with this plan, which is given to me by Nishant from Ignite Sports, Hisar, I won't have to work for a long stretch of 2 to 3 months. Instead, by working for just a month, I will be able to pay 50% upfront for the new bicycle, and for the remaining amount, the EMIs, I can manage by working few days each month from wherever the location I will be riding at that time. So these days I'm working hard, but what about the videos? Right now, I'm in Chandigarh, working non-stop from 9 am to 8 pm, sitting at my laptop, trying to save up as quickly as possible. The big question is, will this break affect my videos upload? Honestly, I don't know if I will be able to juggle video editing with 11 hours of working. But since I don't have a fresh travel footage right now, I see this as an opportunity, a perfect opportunity to revisit my journey of last 400 plus days and share those experiences with you all. Of course, your support and your suggestions will matter. If you have some thought or some ideas about making the videos, please feel free to go back into the comment section and write about it. I would love to read about them. So whatever I will do, I will keep you updated and you can be my guide. So let me know. I would love to see. But for now, this phase of the journey has paused, but it is just a temporary halt. If you want to support my journey, then please subscribe to this channel, World Wanderer Cycling on a Budget, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss my comeback. A big thank you to everyone who has supported me on my journey. Their names are given here. Please read them for me and send them the words of appreciation on my behalf. And also I have given the link of a very interesting video which released. You can watch it here. That's all for now.